Hello everyone, welcome back to the Global Conflict News channel. Please subscribe my channel. Imagine a battlefield not defined by trenches or tanks but by jungles, rivers, and open seas where helicopters, drones, and warships converge to hunt cartels in Venezuela. This story is not simply about drug trafficking, it is about geopolitics, military strategy, and the way modern warfare adapts to unconventional threats. The United States has long regarded drug cartels as a national security concern, not only because of the billions of dollars generated through narcotics but also because of the destabilizing influence these organizations exert on governments and societies. In Venezuela, where economic collapse and political turmoil have created fertile ground for illicit networks, the cartels are more than just smugglers, they are power brokers. The U.S. response has been to combine sea power, air mobility, and unmanned surveillance into a relentless campaign that demonstrates the ability to project force across borders without the need for permanent occupation. From the outside, the operation looks like a vast web of military hardware spread across the Caribbean and northern South America. Warships sail along international waters, their silhouettes visible on the horizon but their reach extending deep inland through radar, missiles, and aircraft launched from their decks. Helicopters sweep low across jungles, their noise striking fear into those hiding beneath the canopy. Drones circle silently, unseen but always watching, their cameras zooming into hidden trails and clandestine landing strips. To the average observer, it is a constant reminder that no movement, no matter how secret, is beyond the eyes of American surveillance. Inside these operations, the coordination is as much digital as it is physical. Within a warship's command center, screens display real-time feeds from drones thousands of feet above the ground. Maps are overlaid with predictive analytics, showing where cartel convoys are most likely to emerge. Helicopter crews receive mission updates directly into their helmets, allowing them to adapt mid-flight as targets shift. Even drone operators located thousands of miles away in Nevada or Florida are plugged into the same network, watching the same battlefield, and executing commands as though they were in the middle of the Caribbean theater. The interior of this military machine is not about raw firepower alone, it is about precision, synchronization, and technological superiority. Performance is where the true strength of this triad is revealed. Drones such as the MQ-9 Reaper can remain airborne for over 24 hours, covering hundreds of miles of territory with their high-resolution cameras. Helicopters like the UH-60 Black Hawk or the MH-60 Seahawk can insert special forces teams in remote jungle camps within minutes, then evacuate them under fire with equal speed. Warships like Arleigh Burke-class destroyers or literal combat ships can remain deployed for months, resupplied at sea, and capable of supporting dozens of simultaneous missions. The result is an operational tempo that cartels cannot match. Smugglers may rely on speedboats, hidden airstrips, or jungle routes, but against the persistent eyes in the sky and the rapid mobility of helicopters, their advantages quickly vanish. Safety features ensure that this high-stakes campaign does not spiral out of control. Helicopters are equipped with missile warning sensors and flare dispensers to counter any surface-to-air threats. Drones, being unmanned, eliminate the risk of pilot casualties during dangerous surveillance or strike missions. Warships have layered defenses, from close-in weapon systems to advanced missile interceptors, ensuring they can repel any unexpected attack. At the same time, precision-guided munitions allow the U.S. to strike with pinpoint accuracy, reducing the risk of civilian casualties. In an environment where the presence of innocent villagers or fishermen is common, this ability to distinguish between friend and foe is crucial. It also reinforces the political argument that these operations are targeted at criminal enterprises, not the Venezuelan population. The unique selling point of this strategy lies in the seamless integration of platforms. Rather than relying on overwhelming numbers, the United States leverages its technological edge. A drone identifies a suspicious vessel, data is transmitted instantly to a nearby destroyer, helicopters are scrambled to intercept, supported by special forces on standby. Every element complements the other, creating a layered approach that is greater than the sum of its parts. Unlike traditional wars where large ground forces occupy territory, this approach is fluid, surgical, and cost-efficient in terms of manpower. It represents a new model of warfare, one that adapts to the globalized networks of crime and insurgency. The price of maintaining such a presence is enormous, yet Washington justifies it as an investment in national security. Each MQ-9 Reaper drone costs over $30 million, with additional millions spent annually on operations and maintenance. Black Hawk helicopters cost around $21 million apiece, while naval destroyers exceed $1.5 billion each. Fuel, logistics, satellite support, and intelligence gathering add further layers of expense. Yet when compared to the billions lost annually through drug trafficking, money laundering, and the social damage caused by narcotics, policymakers argue that the price is necessary. In economic terms, it is not just a military expenditure, it is a strategy of prevention and deterrence. The human element also plays a role in this complex web. Pilots flying helicopters into hostile environments must trust their training and equipment. Drone operators must make split-second decisions when tracking moving targets, knowing that one mistake could result in unintended casualties. Sailors aboard warships endure long deployments, their lives shaped by the rhythm of patrols, drills, and the constant readiness for action. Behind every mission are countless hours of preparation, intelligence gathering, and coordination between agencies ranging from the Navy and Air Force to the Coast Guard, DIA, and CIA. This interagency collaboration reflects the scale of the challenge, as no single branch of government can tackle cartels alone. From a broader perspective, these operations also carry political significance. By patrolling the Caribbean and striking cartel operations, the U.S. demonstrates its ability to enforce maritime security far from its shores. It sends a message to allies in Latin America that Washington remains committed to regional stability. At the same time, it signals to adversaries such as Russia or China, who have sought closer ties with Venezuela, that American military presence in the Western Hemisphere remains strong. Thus, every helicopter patrol, drone flight, and warship deployment carries both tactical and symbolic weight. The cartels, however, are not passive targets. They adapt quickly, shifting routes, using smaller boats, or blending into civilian traffic. Some have even attempted to employ their own drones for smuggling or reconnaissance. Yet the scale and sophistication of American surveillance make it nearly impossible for these tactics to succeed in the long term. The relentless persistence of U.S. operations ensures that while smugglers may win small victories, the overall balance remains tilted heavily against them. This war of adaptation highlights the resilience of organized crime but also the overwhelming capacity of a modern superpower. The environment itself poses unique challenges. The Caribbean waters are vast, with countless islands, inlets, and hidden coves where smugglers can hide. The Venezuelan jungles are dense, humid, and difficult to navigate, often rendering traditional ground operations ineffective. Here, helicopters and drones prove their worth, bypassing natural barriers and extending surveillance into otherwise inaccessible terrain. Warships act as floating bases, reducing the need for land installations and maintaining flexibility to shift focus as smuggling routes evolve. This adaptability ensures that the campaign is not static but dynamic, always evolving alongside the threat. The future of this strategy lies in even greater automation and integration. Artificial intelligence is being used to analyze drone footage in real time, detecting suspicious movements faster than human operators could. Newer naval vessels are being designed with drone launch capabilities, turning each warship into a hub of unmanned surveillance. Helicopters are being upgraded with better sensors, longer ranges, and improved survivability. All of this points to a future where the U.S. can project even greater power with fewer risks to personnel. In conclusion, the U.S. use of helicopters, drones, and warships to strike Venezuelan cartels is more than a tactical campaign. It is a demonstration of how modern military power adapts to unconventional threats. It blends air, sea, and digital domains into a seamless strategy that overwhelms criminal networks while minimizing risks to American forces. It is costly, complex, and politically sensitive, but it is also effective in showing that no matter how remote the jungle or how hidden the smuggling route, the reach of U.S. power extends everywhere. For the cartels, it is a reminder that their operations are never beyond the gaze of American surveillance. For the world, it is a case study in how technology and strategy converge to meet the challenges of the 21st century.